Welcome back to OTT Sports. I'm Mark Panis.
And I'm Michael Broughton.
Michael, today let's unleash the Kraken on them. News out of the NHL expansion franchise in Seattle, the Seattle Kraken, that they are moving to a significantly more flexible season ticket platform or program than other clubs. They've announced a partnership with Season Share, which is allowing groups of people to pool and buy a set of season tickets. So it reduces the time commitment, reduces the cash commitment. They're also allowing for season passes. So rather than being signed a specific seat every game, you'll have the ability to come to X number of games per month and be seated in different places around the arena, which is also great as an upsell tool because you might find a location you really love and then invest in permanent seasons there. So a significant change coming, and I think it's a recognition that with a expansion franchise, you get a clean slate. They're going to sell thousands of season tickets. They've already taken thousands of deposits, but they're also having a significant amount of flexibility. But that flexibility is something that's not always prized, depending on where you're watching your matches from. What's the perspective on season debentures, as they're known, in the UK and Europe?
Well, Mark, you may remember that whilst you're at Roma, that the European fan tends to be slightly tribal about how they support things.
You don't say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Matthew Harding upper, and I have an identity because of that at Chelsea. So they want to go to the game with the same people every time. There's an idea. If you're a Copite, you're at Liverpool, it means something.
Right. So
very difficult, I think, to make that kind of transition. But I think also intrinsically the business model that sports have, where they have factored the advanced cash flow of the season ticket. So, that they've double advanced it effectively, their cash flow. So if you're a CFO and your ticketing guy comes to you and goes, "Oh, I want to go to this newfangled modern technology," he's going to go, "That's great, wonderful, but I need to unwind 2 years worth of cash flow here." That's painful. And most clubs can't afford to do that. So I think there's a couple of things holding it back, but underlying all that, Mark, the tech.
Oh, well, listen, the tech stack for the Ticketmaster, which is still the industry leader, although Access is closing fast, but the tech stack for Ticketmaster was old when I was a pup back at Madison Square Garden in the late 80s. They were saying that the Ticketmaster tech backbone needed to be refreshed. Then there've been a lot of upgrades and bolt-ons since then, but it's still the same, the same basic architecture, and it does need to be upgraded. And I think you see here with an expansion franchise, you get to do things differently. I mean, I've been advocating for years, it'd be much better to give someone an account to say, okay, you've got $1,500 on account right now with your club. And we'll designate a couple seats for you, but you can use those seats for every match, or you can trade them in. Your five-a-side team wants to come to a match with you. Great, we'll sit upstairs in cheaper seats. But my my mom's coming a month from now to town, and I want to sit right down in the club with her. Why not provide fans with that flexibility? The tech has been the reason that's held them back.
Right, and I think what's going to be really interesting to see is how the group that have come together to put this system in place, whether it's Elevate, Oakview Group, obviously the management of the Kraken, some really interesting stalwarts of the industry who are pushing the boundaries. What my hope is they can demonstrate that by embracing modern technology and embracing flexibility for the fan, they'll be able to show everybody else, and ultimately humans are sheep, not just our industry, just across every industry. If someone demonstrates a better way of doing it and can make more money, others will follow.
For sure. And you're right. You do have some of the best operators in the industry between Oakview Group, Elevate, Harris Blitzer. There's a number of parties that are in there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I love the idea of unleashing the Kraken on the sheep. That'd be worth watching on pay-per-view. That's it for us at OTT Sports. Thanks for joining us. As always, you can watch more episodes at the Intermarket Media website, on our YouTube channel, and join the conversation with us on Clubhouse.